Hello and welcome into the Knicks-Verse. I am shooting remotely. I am in Florida right now, here with my family, and there's going to be a surprise. My twin sisters, Jackie and Katie, are going to do the actual recap, at least the intro part of it, and then I'm going to come back and give you my take on the game itself. So, here we go.
Last night, the New York Knicks beat the Golden State Warriors in the Las Vegas NBA Summer League. The final score was 101 to 88. The Knicks blew them out in the second half. The leading scorer was Quentin with 24 points and 8 assists. The second leading scorer was Farron Hunt with a very efficient 17 points on just 12 field goal attempts. Hunt also provided an eye-opening 7 steals in just 29 minutes. However, the most impressive stat line for the Knicks belongs to Jericho who looks like an Adonis without a shirt on. He made 7 out of his 8 field goal attempts with a total of 16 points and 10 rebounds in just 28 minutes. The game started out well for the Knicks, leading 26-20, but by halftime had surrendered the lead and were losing 45-42. The Knicks came out firing away in the third quarter to take the lead in the outscoring Golden State 35-22, thanks to Quentin recapturing his shooting magic. The Knicks shot 66.7% in the third quarter and never really looked back again. And did I mention, Jericho should play shirtless.
Thank you, Jackie and Katie, for providing that excellent recap of the stats of the game. Now I'm going to give you my take on what I saw last night. Before I get to Quentin Grimes, who was obviously the star of the game, I want to talk about the overall ball movement of the Knicks. The Knicks, they had 24 assists last night, and the Warriors only had 13. So they were a plus 11 in assists. And that shows, and this, we're talking about the Golden State Warriors, their entire structure of their team, the success of their team. Obviously, these weren't the actual first stringers, but the philosophy of that team is move the ball, keep looking for the best shot possible. You may have a good shot, but the next guy may have a better shot, an easier shot. But it was the Knicks last night that were doing that. And that is something that I love to see. And I want to see the first unit, the starters, do that when the season begins. Maybe that's what's happening. Maybe that is the new philosophy that finally is getting drilled down into these guys. And I am loving that. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that will continue. Now, I want to talk about Jericho Sims. Jericho Sims is, what's wonderful about him, he basically gives you very much what Mitch Robinson gives us, however, with much more hops and athleticism. What that means is he gets down to court faster. He recovers quicker. He creates opportunities for the ball handlers to find him easier. And that is something for the second unit is going to be incredibly potent when he's on the court, because we know that Isaiah Hartenstein is going to actually get the majority of those second unit minutes. But those times when Mitch gets into foul trouble, and so does Isaiah gets into a lot of foul trouble, Sims will see a decent amount of minutes. So this was a big game for him. And it was his first game after he signed his big contract, 3 years, $6 million. Congratulations to him. He totally deserved it. Absolutely deserved it. Another thing that happened last night was Trevor Keels. It was his debut as a Knick, only 18 years old, the youngest guy on the court. Didn't have a great debut, shot 1 of 8. However, got to give him a little slack. It's game 1. We know last year in the Summer League, a couple of the rookies also got off to a slow start, but by the end of Summer League, they were destroying everybody. I have a feeling Keels is going to take him a little longer, but the beautiful thing about him is that when he was a kid, he used to beg his dad to go to Vegas to watch the games. And now he got to be on the court. So congratulations to you, Trevor. I look forward to seeing better things for you, especially when you're in a G League. Miles McBride, he struggled. He struggled to, he played good defense. But offensively, I think he's still trying to find his groove. He took some shots he shouldn't have taken. He dribbled himself into traffic, and he doesn't have the height and the ability to see over the defense. Sometimes he has to get a little more creative, and he has to avoid difficult situations like that on the court. That's going to come in time. He really didn't get that many minutes last year in the pro league. He did, of course, he owned when he played for Westchester. He completely destroyed the G League. I expect that he will have a better second game and a better third game. This was just his first game. He'll work through those difficulties. The thing about the Knicks that I really want to stress is that it seems like there is a culture developing amongst all the players. There's a camaraderie, and it shows with the way they're sharing the ball, with the way they're helping each other on defense. I mean, they held the Golden State Warriors to 88 points, even on a night with Moses Moody, the rookie that basically the guy I wanted the Knicks to trade up for and draft last season, along with a couple other guys. He had an excellent, excellent game. He scored 30, I think it was a high score of 34 points on 8 of 13, and the Knicks held the rest of the team to, 54 points. So the entire rest of the Golden State Warriors could not even manage to break 60 points. That's the kind of defense the Knicks were playing. Now, let's talk about Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes, he hit his first three-pointer. He hit the first shot of the game and then went cold. I believe at one point he was shot 1 of 8. But the beautiful thing about someone like him and why he is a winner, why he helped get Houston Cougars to the Final Four in his final year there, is because he never quits. He always looks to find a way to impact winning basketball while on the court, even if his shots aren't falling. And then what happened? He came out in the third quarter, was just smoking them. Hit 3 of 6, got 10 points, and he was the one who just gave that team the jolt of energy, and he passed the ball. His 8 dimes are the single most important thing for the Knicks. If he can provide that secondary and tertiary playmaking spark, Tom Thibodeau is going to find many, many minutes for him. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching this. This was a quickie recap. Shooting remotely, as you can see, got the logo up on a TV screen here. And again, thank you to my sisters for doing the stats recap, and for my father not laughing while we were recording, and for my stepmother for holding the cue cards for that. All right, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, and I will see you around the Knicks-Verse.